speak about a certain Real Madrid player tonight, though, who scored. Who scored an absolute screamer. How good is Vinicius Jr.? Talk to me about Vinicius Jr. because
elite, world class. That's why I found it hard, Terry, to when a lot of Arsenal fans would mention Saka and mention the word world class in the same breath with Saka. I just think it's an absolute disgrace to players like Vinicius, man, because this is what you call world class. Stepping up in the world stage, right? He scored 11 goals. Sorry, he's contributed to 11 goals. 11 goals, right? In 11 games in a row.
He's 11 Champions League games he started in a row that he scored in. That's the
scored or assisted. I think it's 8 goals he's scored and 5. He's got eight goals and 5 assists. So this is a guy that's stepping up in big games like this. He's a different level, man. He's definitely the best left wing in the world at the moment because Damon's injured. He's a different level, man. He's only going to get better as well. It's such a player, good player.
The way that his mentality is.
United fans, don't get triggered. But
it's better than Rashford. I know he's better than Rashford.
He's living up to the hype of what Rashford got in terms of
cool.
No, Vinicius, the way he ran downhill. No, easy. When you guys do your thing, I let it slide. So relax, KJ. When he was running downhill, attacking us, and the way he delivered that goal, man, he showed his quality, and that's the reason why Walker had to play today as well, because his pace and quality is fierce.
His mentality shift from when we saw obviously the video of Benzema saying don't pass to him, he's playing against us, to now. I was saying it to my dad, it's been phenomenal. He is top notch, and you know what? It's scary because there are so many other areas of his games that can still be improved upon. But the way that he's going, he will do that. He's added product to his game. He's added goals. He's added assists. He's got his blistering pace. The man did a rainbow flick against Kyle Walker today. Listen, he didn't get past him in the end because Kyle Walker is hard to get past him.
It's not Fernandinho he had this time. That's why.
I'm gonna say but the fact that he still did it and it wasn't like some really dead rainbow flick. It was a proper rainbow flick. He's got it all. He's got it all. He's got the skills. He's got the tricks. I know Terry don't like that, but he's also got
no. See, hang on. Don't misrepresent me. I love the skills and the tricks. What I wouldn't like is if Vini Jr had all the tricks and the skills and the dribbles, but every cross and shot was shit. Then I would say, what's the point of him? There's no point. This is a player who is a baller because he's got output. And he's got flicks and tricks. But you know what you said a minute? I know you're only having a joke. But what you said a minute ago, the arc, the story, where they were saying don't pass to him. That's because he was all skill and no output. And at this end of the football, real football, the elite end of the spectrum, when you're an attacker, if you don't have outputs, you're a myth. There's no point being out there. You may as well not be there. You're not worth it. And this kid has everything. He can dribble. Can use both feet. He can score. Some of that pass that was cut out by Diaz through to Benzema when it was 0-0 still. The pass was perfect because it circulated everybody. But
it was a great defensive play.
But the accuracy of that pass, there's not many inside forwards that could play that. I thought, he won't make it through, and he does. This kid's got absolutely everything. And as you say, 22 years of age, going to turn 23 this summer. He's only going to get better. And look, when you go to the Etihad, we are going to get onto that soon. City are the favourites. But this boy, he could be the fundamental difference. And I do think this Real Madrid team as well, they're in a Champions League semi-final. They're Champions League champions, Copa del Rey champions. They've got a few old boys out there that are getting past it now. When the Tchouaménis and the Camavingas and the Judes and maybe an Mbappe arrives this summer, this team's going to go to an... Can you imagine? I mean, Rodrygo's good and Benzema, he's a great finisher, but he's getting old. Imagine throwing Mbappe on the other side. How do you stop that? It's ridiculous. Like, this kid is absolutely out of this world.
The thing is, though, Terry,
we stopped it with you guys getting Qatari money and you guys buying those guys.
Well, I hope. Sorry, you're going to say something?
Yeah. Just another thing with Vinicius as well. Like, as much as he's clutch and he's got so much end product and quality, he gets involved in the game. He's a player that's dropping into the space, playing the little 1-2s, trying to whip it across, switch play. So as well as getting the goals, he's actually getting involved in the game. So you get the best of both worlds of him, man. This is a class player, elite player.
Yeah, there was that great interception or tackle he made, but he run back and tackled Rodri in the first half, and all of that makes him. And do you know what's funny? Because a lot of the players that I kind of disregard as being overrated, there are people that I've heard talk about Zaha like he's Vini Jr. and it bothers me. It literally, or KJ, I am calling you out here. The way you used to rave about St. Maximum, they're show ponies in my opinion. With a little bit, Zaha's got a much more output, by the way, than St. Maximum. But this kid, this is what I look at and say, baller. I don't want to see some dude in a lower bottom half the table team that gets 3 or 4 GA a season called a baller when this is a baller. For me, I don't want to see it. It's disrespectful. It really,
and the fact that he to go to Real Madrid, I've said it before. Like, not many players to go to Real Madrid at the age of 18, 19. Remember what he had to go through. Remember that clip where Benzema said, "Oh, don't pass it to him." A lot of players, you know, it would have destroyed like your morals, how your confidence, how you are. But this boy has stepped up. Robin fell. Schneider fell. These players, Kaká fell. Rodriguez fell. For him at the age of 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, to go there and play, have such a performance, game after game, under pressure, win the hearts and mind of Madrid fans, it means he's a special player. And that's what Arsenal fans comparing him to Saka was laughable, because Saka...
Hang on. So let's just not use this as a chance to attack Saka and attack Rashford.
Let him finish, Terrace.
We're talking about Vini Jr. Go on.
I'm not. We have to give credit. Like, no, I've spoken to Arsenal fans say, "Oh, he's as good as Vini," and I said, "No, you can't. You can't compare a player that's performed big games. He performed, but today we have to give credit. He performed well. He had to. He knew Kyle Walker was a problem. He had to cut in to that shot. I believe 100%. Yeah, the keeper should have saved that. The keeper should have. I don't know whether it's me. Yeah. What do you think?
Nah, we gotta.
Actually, he is actually right. They were actually talking about it in the CBS. Like, they actually thought it's not a wild thing. They actually thought that actually Edison could have moved better on the line. It wasn't actually in the corner. It's not a wild thought. It's not a wild thought.
He had the entire net to cover, and on top of that, I'm gonna talk about the midfielders in defense. They should have taken him down. They should have taken him down before he even got that shot off, to be real.
Hang on a minute.
I'm not saying it's Edison's fault, but they said he could have been better.
I don't care what CBS are great. I don't care what they said. That ball was hit with so much pace. The goalie got there, he just couldn't get there quick enough. The speed of that ball, it was unstoppable. And I can only speak for me. I don't know what you guys did. As soon as it left his foot, I was sitting there watching it with Jay. First words that come out of my mouth, split second, was goal. You could tell that was going in the second he hit it. Too much power, too much velocity.
Was he like Batistuta to Man United, that goal? He wasn't.
Maybe.
I think what actually helped him in that position.
I want to agree with Moan to feed the agenda. That is what happens when you have a midfielder in nets. That's all I'm saying. When you have a midfielder in goal, these shots
come on now. No, neither goal was stoppable tonight. In my opinion, I've got some super chats here. First one says, Arsenal fans who compared Saka to Vini need to be drugs tested and monitored at all times. I'm going to defend Saka and say put him in Real Madrid for 2 or 3 years and watch him be even better.
What? Even better?
No. Okay, let me rephrase that. Even better than he is now. Better than Saka is now.
You yourself. All right.
I don't.
Terry, they've clipped you now already.
Wait,
I don't mind that clip. That clip's a fine one, KJ. That's a fine one to go at.
So just before you read that one out, I don't get people's obsession to call players world class prematurely. Like, I don't get why you need to go over the top, like with players.
Don, it's like, listen, we all fall for it with football fans. It's called gas, bro. It's just gas. It's just gas. It's just gas.
My standards of world class are just different, though, man. I guess.
Do you know what the thing is, Don? Because it's the world class tag is a subjective one. I hear some people say for top 3 in the world. I think there can be no one in a certain position that's world class. There's a standard, but we could have 7 different opinions on this panel of what it is. But I hear you, bro.
Yeah.
Vini is world class, but he had to bring Saka's name into it to put him down for no reason. Vini has 10 and 10 in the Liga, and Saka has 13 and 11 in the Prem. Both are great. Just leave it there, is what Tevin Thames has got to say. Laka, the local man, says, man had to mention Arsenal and Saka. Saka may not be world class yet, but he carried England in the World Cup where Vinicius wasn't Brazil's best player. Hashtag respect Saka. You know what, Pavo? I don't know what the name is. To Vinicius Jr. And shame on LeBlancos fans for saying he needs to go now. Who's that first name?
No, I think he missed the I. I meant Bravo.
Bravo. Right. Okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Sorry. I honestly sometimes, because I'm dyslexic, I read it as I see it, and my brain don't work.
No, you missed the letter, Terry. You missed the letter. So it's
okay. So the World Cup doesn't have big games. Yeah, it definitely does, Tevin. You were going to say something a second ago, KJ. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, it's about the whole Saka Vinicius Jr. thing. It's just like, we don't need to compare them. They're playing two opposite sides of the pitch. They've got different qualities. Vini is more skillful. He's more direct with his pace, whereas Saka is technically just very, very, very sound, and he likes to link up play. All I'm going to say is this. If you had the opportunity to have Vinicius on the left and Saka on the right over Rodrygo, would people do it?
Yes.
Most people will say yes.
No,
so that's all you need to know. All you need to know is that you wouldn't. Oh, you wouldn't.
Hang on a minute. So, Don, you wouldn't take Saka at Chelsea?
No. You said Saka ahead of Rodrygo. I wouldn't play Saka ahead of Rodrygo. I wouldn't.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no. I'll take Rodrygo over Saka, but I'll still take.
Would you take Saka at Chelsea?
100%. I've been saying it from when he was playing in Europa League. I was saying I'll take him at Chelsea. I love Saka. I think he's a top player. I just don't think he's world class. That's the main thing for me. But he would definitely start at Chelsea, 100%.
Yeah, comparing Rodrygo, you're comparing Rodrygo to Saka. Saka's miles ahead, bro. What are you talking about?
Wait, hold on.
Let him explain it.
Okay, so Saka has been carrying Arsenal team now for 2 seasons. Now he has a great season last year. This year he has been the main man. Rodrygo is still like the third or the fourth man on this team. Yes, good player, but to say that you would take Rodrygo over Saka is a wild take. That's a wild take, bro. Saka's output, Saka's pressure is way more than Rodrygo.
Wait, have you seen Rodrygo's stats for this season alone? I'm sure he's on 21.
He has 6 goals and 8 assists in the league, playing 30 games. It's similar to Saka. Yeah. Saka has double digits in both. So I'm just giving you the numbers. You asked for them. I didn't say the numbers. So come on.
That's fine. Your
show some respect to Saka, please.
No. Show some respect to Rodrygo. Show some respect to
Rodrygo. I am saying Rodrygo is the third fiddle or maybe the fifth fiddle in that team.
Yeah, but that doesn't
because it's Real,
in a team that was top of the league for the whole season.
Hold on, Mo. Let me talk. Rodrygo starts for most of the teams in the Prem, 100%. Rodrygo would change Chelsea just because he's not starting at Real Madrid. It does not mean that it's a big thing. It's Real Madrid. Valverde starts on the right at times, and in certain games, Rodrygo starts. Rodrygo's still putting up numbers, and for me, he gets involved in the game more. I like my players to get involved in the game. I used to get that from Hazard, where he might not get you a goal and assist, but he's doing things constantly. I've watched Saka time and time again go ghost in many games. He'll pop up with a goal, and they start shouting Bukayo. But overall in the game, he's been quiet, right? That's the problem I've got with Saka. I think he's a top player, but he goes missing in a lot of games. Rodrygo, I don't get that from him. I don't get that from him.
You don't get that from him because you don't watch him. Don, I appreciate you.
I've watched enough of Rodrygo. I've watched enough of Rodrygo.
Rodrygo, I'm sorry. But what is people's obsession with this whole my players need to do everything and need to be involved in the play everywhere?
That's my preference in a winger. That's my preference.
But I'm asking you, why is that your preference? Because if a player is effective in the job that he's done and he's got the team around him to take away those deficiencies, why are we so hung upon he's scored goals and got assists, but he's not doing interplay like the way I like it? Like, come on, he's doing his job.
Simple reason, yes. Like I said, Saka's got many benefits. He's technical ability. He's so strong as well physically. And again, he's got very good end product. That's one thing I used to criticize with Saka. His end product wasn't great. Same thing with Martinelli, and it's gone up a level at the moment where yes, he is clutch in those moments. But for me, I prefer a player, especially when it comes to attackers, that are going to be involved in the game a lot more. Because like I said, I've seen players like Hazard, right? I've seen these sort of players that get involved in the game. It might not get you a goal and assist, but what you get with players that don't want to get involved in the game and just get goals and assists is if they're not scoring, they're not doing much on the pitch. I don't like that when it comes to my attackers. But That's the reason why I'd rather go for Rodrygo. I feel like he gets into.
I have a claim here. Terry, let me ask a question to everybody that is watching us, everybody in the panel here. I claim that if I ask 90% of the Premier League fans, who would you take a right winger tomorrow in your team, people would choose Saka over Rodrygo.
If you check if you check the comments, there's so many people saying Rodrygo. Rodrygo's clear.
Ask Manchester City fans. They know we know about standards.
You take Rodrygo over Saka.
Bro, are we joking?
Because Rodrygo scored against you and knocked you out last year. That's why you say that. No, seriously.
Undermining Rodrygo.
Can you just
was it Mo? You're undermining Rodrygo.
I am not. By the way, I don't hold Saka as like Vini or Mbappe, but I think what this kid has done at 21 years old is an outstanding job in an Arsenal team that wasn't even favorites to be even close to a title race, and he's one of the main reasons they have been there all these days. Come on,
Mo. He plays for Real Madrid. He starts for Can we just deep that? Are we serious? That Real Madrid, the biggest football club in the world,
they don't have a right winger. They don't have a right winger. You would start for Real Madrid, bro. You would start for Real Madrid. They have a right winger, bro.
Guys, I've put a poll up, so the poll's running now. Currently, 56% have voted for Rodrygo. We'll see how it ends at the end of the show.